Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1657 of What You Up To Now. This is the segment I document my journey, primarily my business journey, transitioning from the offline corporate world of business to the online world of business. Some of the lessons I've learned, some of the experience I've had, and then what I'm doing. And this originally started to document what I was doing online, but then I was like, okay, well, offline and online businesses are similar in a lot of ways, yet they're different. So what lessons can I share from both experiences? And not both, I mean, I've had hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of experiences. So today, for Supersize Your Business, our idiom to coincide with the confidence focus in our annual challenge, the BU 365-day challenge, was make no apologies. And I shared a story about how that came up yesterday and how often we say we're sorry for things that it's not like we're like almost programmed to apologize for things all the time. So I'm going to pay attention today to how many times I say I'm sorry, not counting the videos, but how often do I apologize for things? Because I think I do it a lot. I think I still do it a lot, even though a few years ago I worked on it to stop apologizing for things that I'm really not sorry for. I think that I've slipped back into a pattern of apologizing for a lot of things, whether it's my fault or not. And it's more, I'm sorry someone feels that way, and I feel bad that they are hurting or tired or ornery or frustrated. I know with my granddaughter, I hang out with my 1-year-old granddaughter. Actually, she's 18 months old yesterday. And I feel sorry when she gets frustrated. And so I think that might be what triggered me going back into using that more often than I probably should. Because I think we need to save our real apologies for when we're sincerely sorry for something. And you can't just say, I'm sorry, without it coming from your heart. And we talked about that as well. So my belief is that we make no apologies for going for what we want in our life. We make no apologies for being ourselves and being the best version of ourselves and the continually improving version of ourselves. We make no apologies for that. But there are people, I think we talked about this yesterday with the brass neck thing, which I've never heard before. There are people that go through life that do not consider the impact that they have on other people, and they don't really care. They just are bulldozing their way through life, doing whatever it is they want. And I guess we can't fault them for that. That's just the type of people they are. But I also am not going to hang around those type of people very often because they don't make me feel very good. I don't want to be bulldozed over, and I don't know very many people that do. So make no apologies. Make no apologies for being yourself and going for what you want in life, because that sets the example for other people. I don't make any apologies for building and supersizing and growing businesses and helping other people to do that as well, because I think that's how we make the world a better place. Our topic for the annual challenge today was along the lines of confidence. Are you a yes or a no person? And we talked about reasons to say no, because there are really solid, good reasons to say no to things. And then we also talked about reasons to say yes and the advantages of saying yes. And then we discussed how to not say yes, or how to stop saying yes when we really know we ought to say no. And I adopted, when my kids were little, a no first policy. And I did it selfishly to buy myself time to make a decision and really consider the ramifications of the thing that they were asking about or the experience they wanted to have, or the thing they wanted to do. And that gave me my mom brain a few minutes to think about, well, do I really want my daughter or my son to go do this? What's the cost in terms of opportunity, in terms of safety, because I always had a safety first policy. What could possibly happen that could hurt them, and how can we prevent that from happening, etc. But it gave me time to make a more kids always want an immediate response, right? So I said, okay, if I tell you maybe, you're going to be upset, so I'm not going to say yes immediately. So you want yes, maybe, or no. And then they ended up learning that I would say no, and then almost 90+% of the time I would turn around and then say, yes, you can do this if A, B, C. If the parents are there, you can go. If there's an adult responsible adult that's going to be hanging out with you, you can go skateboarding, you can go play paintball, etc., whatever it happened to be at the time. So great, I think really good topics today. And I don't believe that any of us are one thing or another ever. much less can we categorize ourselves as one thing or the other. I call myself a no person because I still use my no first policy. And now I ask myself questions pretty quickly and automatically. If an opportunity or if a request for information or something comes up, I ask myself, do I have the time and energy to do this? Does it match with what I am working on, what I'm doing, where I'm going in any area or aspect of my life? Does it fit with my long-term goals? If it's going to contribute to my long-term goals, if I have the time and energy, if I have the desire, if I want to do it, then I'll probably say yes. If it doesn't fit with where I'm going or what I'm doing, I get invited on people's podcasts or summits and things all the time. But I only say yes to the ones that match my long-term goals and objectives and where I want to go and how I want to show up in the world. Talking a lot of topics, but I don't want to show up everywhere on everybody's stuff because it doesn't make sense. It's not worth my investment of time and energy, because it takes time and energy to participate, right? Yeah. You're thinking, oh, I just have to answer some questions. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But if it's for an audience that I have no intention of ever or no desire to reach or serve, I'm not going to do that podcast. I'm not going to do that interview. I'm not going to do that article, etc. So those are our topics today. Helping my mom move. She's downsizing to one home. She had 3 last summer, and she got rid of one. And then this summer she has 2, and she's downsizing and just going to have her Texas house from now on, which makes sense. If I can help you in any way, just ask, hit me up. You can direct message me on this post, or if you're listening to me on Facebook, that is. Otherwise, you have to Vox for me at pajamagrandma@gmail.com, or find a way to search me and find me. I am not hidden. I'm easy to find. So have an amazing day, and if I can help you, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.